working on this '05 Dodge Ram 1500. I'm going to be replacing the wiper motor assembly, the linkage, transmission, whatever you want to call it, but basically the windshield wiper assembly, you know, the motor with the linkage and stuff that moves wiper arms. This one had the spline side of it right there was stripped out on it, and it wasn't really that much more to replace the motor than to replace just the linkage itself, which you had to basically get the linkage in order to get the little round piece at spline where the actual wiper arm attaches to. So let's go ahead and get started. So the passenger side is gone, but it'll be the same on how to remove it for the way that you remove the driver's side. Get your little screwdriver. There we go. So once you wedge that tab up, you can lift your arm, lift the main part upwards, and then you'll have to wiggle the bottom out. And you'll be able to lift it off just like that. You can see underneath it here that basically it's just an arm with a lock that is going underneath the ledge here. And then it's splined inside of here, which is going on this little spline wheel. Here's the passenger side one, and you can see this is completely stripped out. It's all wallowed out and everything. Before you lift the hood, go ahead and take this torque bolt out. There's one there right here, and then one on the opposite side over there. And I'm using a T25. Take note that your windshield is right here. You don't want this to come flying around and hit and bust your windshield or crack it. All right, come to the passenger side, do the same thing with this one over here. You'll see these little push tabs that's on the edge right here. Yours might have some missing like this one. Depends on if it's been taken apart or broken, but take all those tabs out on the leading edge all the way across. Now go ahead and remove the tabs from the insulation. Your insulation's one piece. So once you get the tabs out of the insulation, go ahead and pull that off. Set it off to the side. Then you'll need to remove your seal, your hood seal. Just pull it right up. And you'll see right here in the center that this is a two-piece cowl right here, and one piece will just come right up like that. I just barely pulled on it. Now this one, yours may not come off as easily as this one, because a lot of times they've been messed with, and you can just pull it back. If you look underneath here, you'll see the windshield wiper squirter hoses. You may not want to move those. You can set this off to the side and do the same thing with the driver's side one. Just kind of lift it up and pop it up and over. Let me pull that up. Okay, so you don't have to take that washer tube off. You can just leave them attached just like that and be able to access your wiper control assembly. Be careful, don't stretch the line too much. You can see this one's got slack, but these little connectors right here a lot of times like to break, snap off whenever you're trying to pull them off, so I try to just leave them connected if I can. So now come over here to the electrical connector on the motor. It just has a push tab, so you just push down on it. Sometimes they do get stuck because they're exposed to the weather and everything. Go ahead and push down on it like that and just kind of wiggle that connector out. Then you'll have this bolt right here, this 10mm. You'll have one right here and also one here on the side. Go ahead and remove those. Set the bolt off to the side. Go to the next one. Set that one off to the side. Then come over here and get the last one. Set that off to the side. Then you'll be ready to go ahead and pull the assembly out. Now these the ends of the arms here, they go down in there, so you might have to wiggle it a little bit. Usually the little rubber pads are stuck to the paint, so you might have to kind of tug on it a little bit. But once you bring it up, if it doesn't come out, driver's side over there is going to be the one that this gets hung up on most likely. But you'll go ahead and take the whole assembly out and go compare it with the new one. Okay, so I got the old one back here with the new one. Here's the part number that I got for the replacement. In case you're wondering, that's 602118AS. This is what it is right here. Let's take it out of the bag. Alright, I'll go ahead and set this right here. I'm going to go ahead and compare everything from left to right and make sure everything looks the same. And then look at the plug also. Make sure the plugs look like they're the same. And make sure everything looks correct before you try to put it in. This one looks all correct. We're going to go ahead and reinstall it now. Also remember, every vehicle is different. Everything that I work on, I can have two of what looks like the identical vehicles, and they'll be different whenever I get it inside the shop. So just keep that in mind. Yours might be different. I'm sure it's going to have more clips, more or less clips, or screws. So you're just going to have to see what yours has. The wiper cowls, if they've never been messed with before, a lot of times they'll be stuck on there and they'll have clips along the leading edge of the windshield. And you want to be careful, because if you pull on them too hard, you could break the cowl, break the clips. So just be careful on that. Now before you tighten up these bolts, shake the assembly to make sure that it looks like it's setting freely and in the position with no binds before you tighten up the bolts. Snug the bolts down. You don't want to crank down on them and strip the hole, but they do basically have a metal washer in between there where they get snug, and it has a rubber bushing around it, so you don't have to worry about smashing the rubber bushing. It should just snug up around the metal insert. Remember, put your connector back on. Make sure it's nice and tight and that's clipped in. Now these little weather protectors are usually off underneath. They're supposed to be glued around to go where the holes are from the cowl underneath, and then it covers it, and it basically just kind of gets the water off from the turning point, the joints and everything. You can put it back on there like that if you want. Sometimes I've seen them come apart and get binded up in here, but you know, it does help to repel the water off from the actual joint in there. But then once you get that done, go ahead and start placing your assembly or your cowl back into position. Be careful if you didn't take your washer hoses apart. Just be careful and don't pull them apart. You can see it right here. Just get up there a little bit at a time. Get everything back in place. Now your water hose over here, this one was actually not where it was supposed to be. It was coming underneath here. The cowl has been off before, and you can see how this is smashed right here. You can see the little, when you pin up on it, you can see how it has a little ridge mark because this, because the washer hose was squished between the cowl right here. This is actually supposed to come down through here. It's supposed to line up with this notch right here. So you can just basically push it up in there and then let the cowl back down. So that's the correct place of where the washer tube, your washer squirter tube, should be coming out. Go ahead and put all your tabs back into place right here, all the way across wherever they were. If yours is missing a lot, then maybe run to the parts store and get some that'll fit in there. Take one of your old ones in there for an example. Padding, put it up there. Get your seal. Go ahead and place your seal back in the position. Go ahead and put the push tabs back in to hold your padding. Once you got that done, you're pretty much done underneath the hood. You can go ahead and shut it. ahead and line up your little tab there with the other slot. Pull your little lock out. Slide it into position. Once you get it started, you can push your wiper arm down and you'll see the little clip, the lock, will go in by itself. So you know that that's locked in. And then put your wiper arm down. Then go ahead and put your wiper arm on your passenger side and test your wipers to make sure that they work. And that's how you change out your wiper motor on your Ram 1500 pickup. Hope the video helped someone out today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for me, like it, share it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching again, everyone.